welcome to LMTV Spotlight. I'm Lower Merion Commissioner Scott Zelov. My ward includes Bryn Mawr, so I'm delighted to be here today with Emma Rubin. Hello, Emma.
Hi, Scott.
Emma is the Executive Director of the Bryn Mawr Business Association, and we're going to talk about Bryn Mawr Day. Bryn Mawr Day is coming up on September 9th. It's always the Saturday after Labor Day. It's always right in the middle of Bryn Mawr in the parking lot that's across from Ludington Library. And this year is the 10th annual Bryn Mawr Day. It's very exciting. This is a wonderful community event. It runs from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday, September 9th. And we're here to talk about it and encourage everybody in the community to attend Bryn Mawr Day. So, you know, we've been doing this now for 9 years. Who typically comes to Bryn Mawr Day, Emma?
Bryn Mawr Day has something for everybody. All ages can come and enjoy Bryn Mawr Day.
And are there any age groups that you would particularly recommend that try to carve out Bryn Mawr Day on their calendar?
We are very family friendly, so if you have any young kids at home, you won't want to miss this because we've got a fun-filled day planned for them.
And is there a cost to attend Bryn Mawr Day?
I'm glad you asked. Bryn Mawr Day is free for everybody.
Well, that's one of the great things about it. So there's lots of entertainment. So let's talk about some of the entertainment. I know there's lots of music. Tell us about the music and some of the other entertainment.
We have the B-Flats from Baldwin performing. We have a fun pop duo, Jackson and Jenny, to come and perform. We have Wolf Performing Arts Center, which is always a fun show. Wilson Vocal Academy, which puts on a great show as well, and a roving swing trio that will walk the crowd and play for everybody. So we're very excited about that. That's a new addition this year.
One of the most popular events at Bryn Mawr Day is always the fire truck rides. The Bryn Mawr Fire Company, which is just down the street, always brings one of their trucks, sometimes two of their trucks, and they'll take youngsters and their parents on rides around. And I think there's usually a long line for the fire truck rides.
There's definitely a long line for the fire truck rides. You want to make sure that you carve out some extra time to line up and make sure that your little one gets to climb on there. We also will have an appearance from Narberth Ambulance and a police car or two.
A Lower Merion police vehicle that,
That's right.
You're welcome to get in and take a look, and a police officer will show you some of the electronics that are in the vehicle, and the Narberth Ambulance will talk about some of the features and equipment that they have.
That's right. Maybe they'll do the lights for you too.
Well, if you ask, it's always possible. So how about the petting zoo? That's always a favorite for children as well.
Yes, the petting zoo, generously sponsored by Ludington Library trustees, is coming back, and that's always a huge hit with the kids.
And there's typically a circus, the Little Circus, isn't that right?
That's right. We have a new circus coming this year, which we're very excited about. We've heard great things, so they're going to be center stage.
So let's talk about food. Everybody was going to be, when they come to something like Bryn Mawr Day, everybody wants to, to be able to have something to eat or drink. Sometimes, it's lunchtime, and so what kind of food will be available at Bryn Mawr Day?
What won't be available? We will have the farmers market there. We'll have Bodega by La Cabra, a huge hit that's returning from last year. We will have a new restaurant. My Pita Pies is coming for the first time this year, which we're very excited about. Arrowroot Cafe with some goodies, especially if you're there around breakfast time. We'll have hot dogs from the Boy Scout Troop number 19, which is always a hit, and Kona Ice.
And are they it sounds like they're local food vendors and restaurants that are based in Bryn Mawr?
In and around Bryn Mawr. We love to promote local businesses, so we're very excited to have such a good collection of them coming.
And you mentioned Boy Scout Troop 19. I mean, it's hard to imagine Bryn Mawr Day without Boy Scout Troop 19 because they're doing more than serving hot dogs, right?
Oh, absolutely.
In what ways do they help?
They are there from 6 a.m. till breakdown. We could not make Bryn Mawr Day happen without that troop. We're very grateful to them, and they're wonderfully helpful. So
Yeah, and it's really a service project for the Boy Scouts.
Absolutely.
And we are grateful, and they do that extra work that helps make Bryn Mawr Day possible.
Absolutely.
Because it's really an event that's put on by the Business Association, and it's to promote Bryn Mawr and all its restaurants and stores, but to promote the community and to have entertainment for families and for people of all ages. And we really want to promote Bryn Mawr and bring people into Bryn Mawr, and everybody's a volunteer, and
Yes.
so we're very grateful to the Boy Scouts.
We are.
And so, what are there some new restaurants? You mentioned the restaurants.
My Pita Pies is,
Okay, you did mention that,
is
yes.
new to Bryn Mawr, and they are coming from across the street. They're over there by Uprise and by the post office.
Oh, so they're
And
very close, right across the
yes,
street, right? You did
yeah,
say that, yes.
Great proximity. So, so they'll be coming in. Arrowroot Cafe hasn't been to Bryn Mawr Day in a couple years, so we're excited for them to be there.
There are some new ones, and there's some food vendors
And some
that
returning favorites.
have been regulars. So tell us about parking. So where will people park when they come to Bryn Mawr Day?
Well, we've got plenty of parking. We've got a lot of very generous landlords that are providing free parking for the community. Aqua, the lot there on Lancaster Avenue.
Right across the street.
Right across the street. Right across the street also the old Bryn Mawr Trust lot, kind of catty corner to the event, will be free parking.
Right, those buildings aren't occupied now, but the parking
Right.
will be open. That site is going to be developed, but nothing's going to be there on Bryn Mawr Day, and there'll be plenty of parking.
Yep, just parking. And then Mainline Health will be offering parking as well.
Right, at Bryn Mawr Hospital,
Little walk down
in their
South
garage down Bryn Mawr Avenue, there's free parking available. So there's usually a very good crowd for Bryn Mawr Day, so if people can't find nearby parking, they can go to the Bryn Mawr Hospital parking garage.
Exactly. Just a short walk away.
And Bryn Mawr Day is a rain or shine event.
It is.
We're counting on good weather, but it's going to happen regardless of the weather on Saturday, September 9th. Let's see. We like the school a cappella groups are really wonderful, and I know a lot of parents are very excited to see their children performing, but they really are good. The Baldwin B Flats are really, there's great entertainment.
So talented. Yes, so many talented kids coming.
Yeah. And we couldn't do Bryn Mawr Day without sponsors. So who are some of the sponsors for Bryn Mawr Day?
We are so grateful to all of our generous sponsors. We're going to have a main stage sponsor. Wisfis Bank is returning.
Right, Wisfis, which is the former Bryn Mawr Trust.
Formerly Bryn Mawr Trust. They are awesome, and we're so grateful to them for making Bryn Mawr Day happen. We have presenting sponsors: Bryn Mawr Medical Specialists Association and Friend Central School. At the gold level, we have Agnes Irwin, Bryn Mawr Hospital, Delaware County Christian School, the Camera Shop, Ludington Library. And our silver sponsors are Bryn Mawr Presbyterian, Girls Night Live, Mainline Classical Academy, Villanova University, and the Wetherill School.
We couldn't put on the event without the sponsors. We're very grateful.
Yes.
A lot of institutions, a lot of schools, some businesses in our community that are very supportive. And a lot of the genesis of Bryn Mawr Day was really the Bryn Mawr 100. So in the beginning, we wanted to feature the institutions in the Bryn Mawr community that are at least 100 years old. Right. And we have churches, we have businesses, we have some community organizations, and schools and colleges, and we have such a remarkable list of institutions. I think we're up to 20 or 21 institutions.
I believe so. It's in the 20s.
Yes,
Definitely.
And so we don't have any new ones this year to add to the list of the Bryn Mawr 100, but we will in the coming years. And just looking at the list of sponsors, well, Ludington Library is over 100 years old.
Yes, so is the train station, the post office, so many. We have such a rich history of old businesses.
And, Bryn Mawr Presbyterian Church
Yes.
is also on the sponsors list and is over 100 years old. Church of the Redeemer,
Yes.
The Shipley School. Yes, and Harcum College is on the
Harcum
list.
College is definitely on the list.
And
Bryn Mawr College.
Yes, Bryn Mawr College is on the list. It's really an impressive list, and it's really about celebrating all the history of Bryn Mawr, as well as all there is to do in Bryn Mawr, and promoting Bryn Mawr, promoting the Bryn Mawr Business District, promoting Bryn Mawr as a place to live, as a place to shop, as a place to dine, because there is so much to do. And there's some new development coming to Bryn Mawr. There's some new apartments that are coming, and Bryn Mawr, right by the train station, is really a ideal place, especially if you don't want to rely on your car. Bryn Mawr is a great place to live. We've got the Bryn Mawr Film Institute,
Yes.
which is a remarkable place to go to the movies and more.
And I should mention that Bryn Mawr Film Institute is a silver level sponsor. I'm sorry they're not on my list, but they are a generous sponsor. That
Well, I'm glad I mentioned them because
yes,
the
thank you
Bryn Mawr Film Institute is really an anchor for the Bryn Mawr community. And people are going back to the movies now that they weren't for a few years, but they're going back now.
Yep.
And there's been some great movies, and they are a great supporter of the Bryn Mawr community and bring a lot of people into Bryn Mawr for our restaurants and stores, as well as bring people into Bryn Mawr Day, and they're promoting Bryn Mawr Day on the big screen.
On the big screen, exactly. Yes, we're very grateful to them.
And so, if you have young children, what time would you recommend that they come to Bryn Mawr Day?
I would say anywhere from 9 to 2. The entire day is going to be packed with family fun. We'll have entertainment the entire time. So if you can't make it in the morning, feel free to come by in the afternoon.
And the little circus, what time, do you recall what time they're performing?
They take a few breaks, but I believe that they're performing throughout the day, in hour increments, I believe. But that will be. That information will be on our website.
Where would people who haven't watched this entire show, or they're just learning about Bryn Mawr Day, where would they go to get more information?
You can find information on Bryn Mawr Day 2023 on our Facebook page, on our website, and on our Instagram page. We're sharing the info far and wide, just so we can capture every audience.
And viewers, you're able to see that on the screen, but there's lots of social media presence for Bryn Mawr Day.
Absolutely. So
And right up until the day of, there'll be
Yes.
plenty of information available.
We're always having more sponsors, more vendors, more exciting additions to the day. So you can find the latest news on Bryn Mawr Day on our
And
socials.
on that day, on Bryn Mawr Day, we're really sharing the township parking lot with the Bryn Mawr Farmers Market, because the Bryn Mawr Farmers Market is in that parking lot every Saturday from early in the spring right through Thanksgiving. And they will be there, as they always are, on Saturday, September 9th. They'll be there, and they're actually going to stay open an hour later, because they typically go from 9 to 1, but they're staying open till 2. So if you are a shopper at the farmers market, please shop on Bryn Mawr Day, and if you are not, you'll have an opportunity to take a look at all the wonderful local produce and offerings of the Bryn Mawr Farmers Market.
There's so much to discover, and I definitely recommend that you come hungry.
Yes, between the farmers market and
all the
the
wonderful
food trucks and the restaurants, there'll be lots of food.
Yes, you'll go home happy and full.
Yes, and so for children who want to come to the petting zoo and their parents want to bring them, what time does the petting zoo get started at Bryn Mawr Day?
Come around at 9, and they'll be ready for you.
And it goes all day. It goes until we wrap things up at 2 o'clock.
That's right.
Emma, this has been so helpful, wonderful to chat with you about Bryn Mawr Day. It's very exciting that it's the 10th annual. And we had a big crowd last year. We missed a few years. We're very excited for having it again this year, September 9th, 2023, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's in the middle of Bryn Mawr in the parking lot across from Ludington Library. And so thank you for watching the first half of LMTV Spotlight. I'm Lower Merion Commissioner Scott Zelov. My ward includes Bryn Mawr, and I'm delighted to promote and talk about Bryn Mawr Day with Emma Rubin. Emma is the Executive Director of Bryn Mawr Day. Thanks for being with us today, Emma. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back, and we're going to talk about Bryn Mawr Night. This is LMTV Spotlight. That's what you're watching. Thanks very much. Welcome back to LMTV Spotlight. I'm Lower Merion Commissioner Scott Zelov. And we've been talking about Bryn Mawr Day. We're going to shift gears here in the second half of our program to talk about Bryn Mawr Night. Bryn Mawr Night, the fourth annual Bryn Mawr Night, is Friday, September 22nd. It's from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. right in the heart of Bryn Mawr. It's got a little bit of a different format than the Bryn Mawr Day, and it's also run by a different member of the Bryn Mawr community. Carol Felton is in charge of Bryn Mawr Night. She coordinates, organizes, and is the creator of Bryn Mawr Night. So Carol, welcome.
Thank you, Scott.
Delighted to have you with us. So tell us about Bryn Mawr Night. Our viewers may not be as familiar with Bryn Mawr Night.
I would love to. I'd love to tell you about it. And it's once a year we have our annual celebration, celebrating and shining the spotlight on Bryn Mawr and its wonderful renaissance, and that it's a fantastic place to live, work, play, shop, dine, and utilize the amazing resources that we have. World-class hospital right in the heart of Bryn Mawr. We have medical practices, dental practices. We have wellness and beauty services galore. We have nonprofits, and Bryn Mawr Day is pretty much in a lot with everything contained. Bryn Mawr Night is open everywhere. People go throughout the town, and it's a night to discover, to learn more about Bryn Mawr, and to see what you've been missing and that you didn't know about. And the shops and the restaurants, everybody comes to life that night.
So Carol, during Bryn Mawr Night, everything's open. The restaurants, of course, are open, but the stores stay open late.
Absolutely.
And so that way people can come to Bryn Mawr, they can shop, they can dine, they can go to the movies, they can enjoy a fall evening in Bryn Mawr.
Absolutely. We kick it off at 5 o'clock at the Woosfis parking lot, which is the lot used to be Bryn Mawr Trust, and now it's crossed the same lot that's just across from the Bryn Mawr Film Institute. We start at 5 o'clock, and that's our reception area, which is hosted by Mainline, the Sporting Club Mainline, by the way. And we have a wonderful, talk about artistry. We have a wonderful jazz artist, Phyllis Chappelle, and she's coming with her band. They're going to do Jazz at Dusk, which is wonderful. Everybody loves jazz. And Wolf Performing Arts does something special. They come and they do something called Broadway in Bryn Mawr. And what they do is bring selected songs from the Broadway stage to Bryn Mawr. And several years ago, this young man, Elliot, sang a song, You'll Be Back, from Hamilton, that absolutely blew the crowd. We just blew everyone away with it.
Well, Wolf Performing Arts is really remarkable. They have some very talented young people, and they'll be featured performing at Bryn Mawr Night, as they will at Bryn Mawr Day, but they really do a wonderful job at Bryn Mawr Night.
Well, thank you, and they do. I welcome them, and they come with a lot of energy and vitality. And actually, this year they actually did appear on Broadway on Arbor Day and Earth Day, and they sang in Times Square. So while we're talking about Wolf Performing Arts, let's talk a little bit about the arts that are featured throughout Bryn Mawr, because we have world-class arts there. We do. And the Mainline Arts Center is such a world-class business, and I've become a member and I've come to know them. They're brilliant. In fact, Lisa Getz, who is the co-executive director, designed our logo and does our logo for Bryn Mawr Night. Recently, I was at an exhibit that they had there, which was extraordinary. It was fashioned, focused on material. They actually incorporated AI drawing, which was exactly like the artist's drawing. They also included 3D printing, and they printed jewelry. So their exhibits have really gotten terrific lately, and they had one that featured the change in climate recently as well. The classes that they have are unique and brilliant. They cover everything from ceramics, jewelry making, stained glass. They do all kinds of things that people may want to develop as a hobby or as a skill.
Yeah, that's the Mainline Arts Center, and they're one of the remarkable arts-oriented institutions in Bryn Mawr, and right across from where the Bryn Mawr Night is featured, of course, is the Bryn Mawr Film Institute, the anchor to our community, an institution that brings people into Bryn Mawr every day of the week. They have first run movies as well as art house movies that you might not be able to find anywhere else.
They are, Scott. In fact, the Bryn Mawr Film Institute is one of the foremost art houses in the country.
It is.
And a regional icon. And I was just there watching Barbie, excuse me, but we loved it. And
as have many others. So, Carol, if viewers want to learn more about Bryn Mawr Night, where would they go to get more information?
We feature it proudly and prominently throughout social media on Facebook and on Instagram. And we're having signage, flyers all over Bryn Mawr and posters, and we do a lot of digital outreach to people, customers, clients, patrons who are already involved with our stores and our shopping and our places in Bryn Mawr. They're notified and they're sent information. All the businesses in Bryn Mawr will also send an announcement saying that Bryn Mawr Night was coming back again this year, and that we welcome everybody here.
And if parking in Bryn Mawr can be challenging from time to time, if there's a large crowd, which we're expecting, where should people park to come to Bryn Mawr Night?
Well, actually, the parking lot where Bryn Mawr Day is, lot 7, is open,
right, and
people can park there for, using their just meters parking till late. I think it's till midnight, and we're actually, while our hours are 5 to 8, many restaurants are open much later. They can be if they want to. Bar Avalon, for example, was open till 2 a.m. last year, having a ball. Some other stores can stay later. We put a cutoff time as a courtesy to the shopkeepers so that they don't, given that they're working all weekend, this gives them an opportunity to leave if they want to at that time. And if not, they don't. But I also want to just stress that many of these shops, in fact, most of the participating businesses offer discounts that day, and shop and sips, 20% discount.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky Duck has, which Lucky Duck is a master class for kids there.
Carol, Bryn Mawr Night is a very exciting newer event in Bryn Mawr. We encourage our listeners and our residents and people throughout the community in the region to enjoy Bryn Mawr Night. It's a rain or shine event. It is Friday, the 22nd of September. It starts at 5 p.m. It goes till 8 p.m. and beyond. And it is a great complement to Bryn Mawr Day. You've been watching LMTV Spotlight. I'm Lower Mayor and Commissioner Scott Zelov. I've been here with Carol Felton, and we've been talking about Bryn Mawr Night. We hope to see you there. Thanks for watching.